Hey, happy Monday. All right. Probably know John. I got a text from him early this morning. He wasn't feeling too well. He said he'd show up if he felt a little bit better. I haven't heard anything, so I'm going to assume he won't be here. John, if you're watching, hoping you're feeling a little bit better, a tad better. Thinking about you, buddy. All right. Yeah, what is up with this weird crown thing on YouTube? What's it mean?
Something new they started, man. I had no clue what it was till last night. Everybody's fighting for these crowns. It has something to do with how often you comment or something like that. I don't know. It's interesting.
Got you. Got you. Okay.
I don't ever
So
see it on StreamYard. I only see it when I get on YouTube, which
yeah,
is
I don't see it
interesting.
on StreamYard either. But I'm seeing it, and then Marcus said something about it. So then it got me thinking, what the heck is it? Something new. Didn't have it
Yeah,
last
if you're
week.
if you're on the YouTube app, you can like click a button and you'll see the leaders and it awards XP based on it. I have no idea. What's YouTube XP? I don't know. Because
Okay, so and weird is weirdos. I was wondering who the heck that was. All right, hey Ed Weird, dude, you change your screen names more times than Batman changes his costume. Um, yeah, I guess it does encourage more people to chat, doesn't it?
yeah, I think it's supposed to. Apparently, it works because some people are really hungry for those crowns.
And what do you get if you're number one at the end of the show?
You get more XP than anybody else. I have no idea what that means, though.
Experience points. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know what that means, but I don't get it. Like, what does that mean in YouTube world? I think it's just rather BS, Rex. To be honest with you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. A year ago, regular Robbie would not have said that, but heel Robbie has no problem saying that.
Yeah, that's right.
So, so what is the movie of the night? I saw you post something on Facebook, but I can't remember. It
Tonight's
was
movie of the
it
night
was
is
early in the morning too.
what's that?
I said it was early in the morning when I saw it.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. It's Children of Paradise, which is a
that's
1945 French film, black and white. It's over 3 hours long, and it's basically about a mime, an actor, a criminal, and a count in love with the same woman. And why are we talking about this movie? It's because we're in the midst of Crew's choice, and this was Mr. Joe Corallo's pick. And of course, he picked a over 3 hour long French film about a mime in love. And I'll be honest with you, it's a long movie, but it's actually a really good movie. It's considered by many to be one of the greatest French films of all time. I'm not super familiar with French cinema, but I will say that I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a really good movie. Some people say
real.
it's France's Gone with the Wind in a way, but it's a really really good movie.
Fair enough. You don't mind if I don't watch it? Um,
No, I almost didn't want to watch it, Rex. Like I was like, bruh, we're the channel that talks about Flintstones and Double Dragon. Like you're gonna
yes, yes, horror. And I see it, so I'm like, is this some sort of horror movie I never heard of? Which
yeah.
is feasible for you.
Yeah. And what's
Um,
crazy is that we were talking about it, and then I asked Brooks, I was like, man, how long is Seven Samurai? Seven Samurai is a longer film. None of us complained talking about that one. So I
yeah.
was like, you know what? Let's take that hat off and let's see this movie for what it is. So I'm excited to have the conversation. But I
So
really enjoyed it.
let
It
me
is a really
say,
good film.
okay, Seven Samurai. Okay, Samurai, right? I gotta say that in under no circumstances if I ever said I want to see him on ever.
I get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's
Well, but the
French,
thing is, it's not a
it's a
mimed
rom com,
movie, right? So
and
that's what's
there's a
cool.
mime in it. It's like it hits all the check marks for a movie I don't want to watch.
I know. And so it's like,
I watch,
plus it's not
but
streaming anywhere. You have to go rent it. You have to rent it on Amazon. So that's another thing you don't like to
yeah,
do.
yeah,
So
no,
yeah.
yeah. That movie has all the earmarks of me not watching it ever. Um,
Well, I wouldn't have watched it either, except for this show. And I am glad I did. It is a really, really good
Marcus, that's
movie.
not a bad idea. So while we're on the topic, So the 12s, I was supposed to be with the 18s, but we got so much rain on Friday and Saturday, it was ridiculous. So the 18s were supposed to play on Sunday, but they were scrimmages that our organization hooked up with other organizations in the area that we're friends with, right? And because it's not a tournament, nobody's spending the money, to get the fields. You have to hire a field crew because I don't do it no more. You have to use something called quick dry, which is like this powder that looks kind of like dirt, but you pour it on like ponding anywhere on the field, and then you rake it in, and it sucks the moisture right up. It really does. So it's amazing stuff, but it also costs like $350 a bag. Okay, so a bag is like probably like a bag of concrete you get at Home Depot, about that size. But dude, if you have a big enough puddle sitting on the middle of the field, dude, you could use half the bag just getting the one puddle dry. Okay,
Wow.
so nobody's spending $350 a bag to get it ready for a scrimmage. So that ended up getting canceled. So with nothing else to do on Sunday, because Sunday was a complete wash, I ended up going to be with the 12s. Cat litter. I think that's probably more per pound when you get done. When you get done, you know how much of that stuff we use. So I go to a place, and I've been to I thought every town in New Jersey. Okay, all the way up north, down to all the way south, Cape May. There's a place called Alloway, New Jersey. I have never been there. It's way off the highway. It took me like an hour to get there one way. I drive through there. And last summer, when we were coming back from Space Coast in Florida, my daughter and I got off 95 in one of the Carolinas. It was south or north, I don't remember which, to get gas. And the gas station I wanted to go to was packed. I said, oh, there's got to be another one. Ended up getting super lost, okay, through the, it was a pretty drive, but, you're good, CJ. It was a pretty enough drive, but, you're driving home, so you want to get on the highway 95 and make as much distance as you can. I drive into Alloway. I get off the highway, and I just kid you not, I could have been in South Carolina. Nothing but farmland. Every other house had horses and goats and chickens and pigs and you name it. It was very strange. It was like I drove through some sort of time warp, or I don't know what happened. So I'm driving around. Drove an hour. Now, as you all have heard me mention, there are Wawas everywhere in New Jersey, especially. Okay, New Jersey's not a big state. The nearest Wawa, okay, believe it or not, was 6.5 miles away, which, look, maybe if you live in Utah, that's not far. Here in New Jersey, that's pretty damn far. So 6.5 miles, so that's like 13 miles back and forth. So I'm not going to Wawa. That food truck there, man, that was highway robbery. They should have had a gun. $13 for cheesesteak, $13 for sausage and peppers. It was crazy. $4 for a hot dog, $8 for a burger. Okay, you can't be charging me smash burger prices, okay, out of a food truck. All right. Now, the nice thing was that the guy who owns the Maui ice truck happens to be a friend of mine. His daughter and my daughter played together when they were in high school. So that was kind of cool. So I got to see him. But I refused to spend the money. So I had breakfast at Wawa on the way down there. Didn't get home until 3. Okay. Yeah, but Easy Go Lucky, it's a one thing if you're a gourmet food truck. This truck looked like one of the ones you find at a carnival. Okay. There was nothing spectacular about it. They just jacked up the prices to try and get you because they knew you were not going to drive 6.5 miles to a Wawa to get something to eat. So I drove all that way into God's country, okay, expecting to hear banjos playing in the distance, okay, to watch us lose again. And one of the worst teams I think I've ever played, we couldn't even beat them. We ended up tying them. So that's the bad news. The good news is, God, I really hope none of the parents watch this show. I don't think so, but I could be really screwing myself here. So the good news is we did pick up someone to try it out who I think is got a lot of raw talent, a little rough around the edges, but in the end, we need to bring the quality overall the team. There are a few kids on there that I just don't think if we can find a replacement, they ain't gonna make it next year. The attitude, the commitment, the parents, it's just not worth it. Okay. And the problem with when you have players like that is, yeah, I don't think she's a ringer at 11.
Marcus, I'm pretty sure the kid is a ringer because I'm pretty sure it's a 23-year-old former college student wearing a wig who's a dude. That's probably what you got coming in.
Well, if that's true, I feel really bad for him because she's got to be the shortest player on the team now. Okay, and they're pretty short. We're not a big team, so we played some teams. It makes me laugh. The girls are taller than me, and I'm not tall, but I'm not short. I'm like 5'9". This is 12U, my man. All right, and this kid's taller than me. I'm looking at her like, did she drive here? I mean, come on, somebody check this kid's birth certificate, for God's sakes. What are they feeding them down there? So, but so the upside is we did pick up someone new. We've got an ad out looking for new players because the other problem is we only carry 10. My belief is at 12U, we need a minimum of 12 because there has to be a threat that you're going to sit. Because if you don't have that, if you have just enough and the odds are against you sitting, where's the motivation? At practice. And so I'm a firm believer, 12 minimum. The only time we've had less was probably the final year last summer, me and my daughter. We had 10. We borrowed one that was on another Mystics team for part of the spring because she was in the 8th grade and the bulk of her team was in high school. So the high school team shut down during the high school season. But the 8th graders and below obviously keep playing in the spring. So we borrowed her for a good chunk. She went to Florida with us. Real nice family, nice kid, really like her. Great player, great attitude. She was struggling a little bit in Florida, and her mom comes and finds me in the hotel lobby and asked to borrow the bow net because the kid was so frustrated because she was in a bit of a slump when we were down there and wanted to do some hitting. And this is after a full day of games. I lent it to them, but I was impressed, but I felt like the kids just go to sleep. Everyone gets into a slump. But anyway, but at that point, we knew we had been with the players 3 years, everyone on that team, and we knew what to expect. So biggest concern was somebody who's going to get hurt, and we would be, down to 9. Somebody else gets hurt, we're down to 8. Third person gets hurt, you can't play.
Well, if you're only running 10 people there, do you have, I guess, multiple people that can pitch and catch and stuff like that, or is everybody specialized?
So pitching and catching is pretty specialized. So we had 3 pitchers that year, and we had 2 primary catchers. One was primary, one was probably secondary. But at that age, we did kind of push them in certain direction. Like one girl played shortstop almost exclusively because of her hands and her movement. Couple of girls were in the outfield because of their speed and their range. But at that age, what I told them before they left, any coach asks you, all the way up until college, any coach asks you, where do you play? The proper answer, is anywhere you need me, coach. Except for if you don't pitch, then you don't say you're a pitcher because you can't just all of a sudden pick up a ball and start pitching. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Or catching, as a matter of fact. But
those are the 2. I mean, those 2 and then maybe shortstop. Those are the ones that are probably the most specialized.
No,
as far as...
I believe anyone, if you can play middle infield, if you can play second, you can play short because it's just reversed. The coverages, everything, it's just a flip-flop, a mirror image.
If you can play second, but like I was terrible even at that age at second and
I believe if I have a competent outfielder who is a competent athlete, I should be able to stick him in the hole, no problem.
Wow.
You should be interchangeable. And I'll give you why as an example. when my daughter got to college, there was a senior catcher, so she wasn't catching, right? So she was supposed to play first, or at least she practiced first. Yo, Ed Weird, I say catcher. Believe me, I'm a catcher's dad. Um, but she ended up starting, the only freshman starter that year, but she ended up in right field the last minute. Okay, so you got to be prepared, and she hadn't played outfield since before high school. So it was very nerve wracking. Actually, her first shot was a high fly ball into right, and she got under it. She was fine, looked confident, hits her glove, hits her chest, hits her leg, hits the ground. Okay. I'm like, oh God, she's never playing again. Okay. Didn't turn out that way, but I was like groaning in the outfield, clutching what was left of my hair. So, but ultimately, you should be prepared to play anywhere they put you, because they wanted my daughter's bat, but she couldn't play catcher at that point with the senior there who had more experience. Because really the thing about it, people don't realize, is the catcher, you think the most important thing is the throwdown. Okay. Your pop time, your throw down in second. That's actually not the case. That's second most important. First most important thing is being able to keep the wild pitches from getting past you.
Yep.
Okay. Because that is an automatic, if they're runners on, they will advance. So the key is being able to block. Okay. You look, when girls steal, the amount of times you throw out a base stealer is probably low 20%, and that's good. Okay. Because nobody has the slowest player on the team stealing, right? So whoever is going to steal is going to be super fast. So the odds of, and there's two parts. There's the catcher with the throw and the pop, and then shortstop has to lay down the tag. So there are really two parts to that. You can have a perfect throw and the shortstop messes up the tag. What are you gonna do? So it's a very low percentage play. So what's really important is their ability to block the ball.
Yeah, I can feel that 100%, man. My coach tried to put me in as catcher one game, and I would just say I was not good at it whatsoever.
It's actually a very hard position. I think it's tougher than pitcher, because
I think it's the toughest position in baseball is catcher, is what I think.
Yeah. So, Ed Weird. All right. So one last thing about softball, and we'll move on. But Ed Weird, if you have ESPN Plus, you should watch the women's college softball World Series. Okay. Of course, Ed Weird, fast pitch. All right. It is an amazing. The more I watch it, and I love baseball, but I'm telling you, it is a faster game, and it is more intense. Last night it was Oklahoma against Oregon, and it was unbelievable. Okay, what some of the things you see. So one hitter on Oklahoma's team took it right off the helmet. You can look it up. You can Google it if you want. She took it right in the head, enough that it jarred the helmet loose. She turns around, smiles to her dugout, sticks her tongue out, and jogs to first. Okay, you want to talk about tough. You want to talk about tough as nails. She took a shot, okay, right in the head. Okay, and those pitchers are coming in somewhere between 65 and 70. Okay, at 43 feet. Okay, because you got a shorter distance. So the speed, okay, and the reaction time is actually shorter than in Major League Baseball. And some of the incredible plays, and every game I've watched has been a good one. Homers, the whole 9 yards. So if you haven't watched, I encourage you to watch. If you are a baseball fan, you will not be disappointed, I assure you. And very excited. I know I said last thing. This is really the last thing. Very excited that Major League Baseball has dumped money into Athletes Unlimited, which is a new pro league. So very much like the NBA and WNBA, the MLB is putting serious money behind it now. That's right, Steve B. So very excited about that. The sport has grown. It is a revenue generator, generates more TV revenue than Division I NCAA baseball. So that's something to think about. So definitely watch if you get a chance, guys. You will not be disappointed. All right, there's my 2 cents about softball.
Nice.
So,
And from an expert, Rex, we should say so.
Thank you very much, Robbie. I appreciate you saying that. So excited that the 18s will start. I will not be there on Saturday because it is my daughter's engagement party, so that's finally happening. So that should be fun. We'll be with them Sunday, but I think we only got one game if we lose. So, but we'll see what happens. Let me see. Hey, listen, we don't need Caitlin Clark. Okay, I love her. Okay, and what she's done for the WNBA and women's basketball as a whole. But I'm telling you right now, softball has enough of a following that the problem with the professional league is they never had any serious backing, financial backing. So it was always so hard to get venues to play in. Just that kind of thing. You need that serious money. And I believe that it has potential to be far more successful than WNBA. It definitely has that potential.
Oh, I agree. 100% there, for sure.
All right. So before we got to go to break, all right, let's go. So the comments winner from the last show. There were a little light on the comments, guys. I don't know why, but because I haven't picked him in a while, the winner of the comments from the last show is Kenneth Bird. All right, so congrats, Kenneth. And you're going to get a Jennifer Blood number 3 signed by Ken Hazer, our buddy Ken. Yes, that's right. Easy Go Lucky. Yep, that just happened this season. 79.4. It is amazing. It is amazing to watch. So yesterday when I got home from after getting our butts whooped, I wanted to watch some good softball. So I started watching the college World Series. As always, it's very exciting for me anyway, just to watch the game played that level. And the heart that these girls have is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and if nobody's ever had an 80-mile-an-hour ball whiz by them, it is pretty intense, y'all. It's pretty intense. So
it is, no doubt. All right, so shout outs. And then we'll go to break in a second. Let me do shout outs first. All right, so hold on. What's going on here? What is that clicking noise? I feel like things going to blow up. All right, so got Marcus. What's going on? So Marcus was number 1. And then Easy Go Lucky was number 3. And then Ed Weird became number 1, pushing out Marcus. Marcus dropped to number 2. Easy Go Lucky still number 3. All right. So let's see. CJ's in the house. Let's see. Who else? Stevie B. Space Case, what's going on? Stevie B. Ed Weird. Oh, Ed Weird. Yes, it is better, Ed Weird, but you lost your crown. You were number 1. Let me see. Who did I miss? All right. Brain 12-ish. Oh, Brian 12-ish. Sorry about that. Mr. Nope, what's going on? Preston, hey, what's going on, buddy? Preston jumps to number 3 in the Crown Tally. Triple B, what's going on? Barlord, how you doing, bud? And let's see, who else? Kenneth Bird, the comments winner. Let's see. Frog, nah. What's happening, buddy? Welcome. Let's see. It's taking too long. Lorena, what's happening? I think I got everyone. All right. Oh, Becky Bade. Hey, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Preston, that's right. You live in Oklahoma. I forgot about that. So you do have it in your backyard there. All right, let's see. I think that is everyone. I'm pretty sure. Robbie Roach, what's up, bud? All right, I think I got everyone. All right, cool. All right, and I talked for so long. It is Johnny Sanchez. What's up, Mike Asbill? What's up, buddy? I think it is time to go to break. So, Jay, if you would take us a break, hang out. We'll get to the books. Tonight's giveaway we'll get to when we get back.
Order Battle Quest comics at your local comic shop today. FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, we're back. All right, so the giveaway of the night is Batman number 44, signed by Tom King. And the hashtag is, as always, EXP Monday, all lowercase. And leave a comment, guys. No point not to, okay? I use a highly scientific method for choosing the winner every week. We decide in Robbie and I, when we have our pre-production meeting for about 2 hours before every Monday show. Okay, yeah, totally don't do that. But yeah, definitely, leave a comment after the show in the comments section, and I will choose the winner as I do every week. As I said, the last Monday show we had was light. I think there were 5 comments. So there you go. And do me a favor, so we don't have Nick busting in here like 5-0. Hit the thumbs up if you would. It doesn't update for me anymore during the show. I don't know why. So I don't know how many we have. Jay, can you tell me how many we have at this moment? Jay's paying for his pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to open up YouTube so I can see.
You don't have it open, Mr. Producer Man?
No, that's too many
Thank you,
screens.
CJ.
Pizza dude's got 3 minutes.
I think I'm going to have pizza tonight. Hey, Robert Paulson, I do have ratios tonight. So there you go. We only have one book coming out this week. It is, I think it's Terminator, but let me look. It's Terminator number 8. So we have that. So it is a relatively light week compared to last few weeks when we've been trying to catch up. So we've been like releasing books like it's an avalanche, which has made it challenging. So that's why we're jabbering so much tonight. And I feel the need to fill in for John because he usually does the jabbering. When I'm light on books, he doesn't show up. When I'm buried in books, new releases, okay, I can't show him up. But seriously, I hope John's doing okay. He's, as usual, not as usual, but he wasn't feeling too good. Those that know, they know. You know, he's having some health issues, but always thinking about him. And, if he is listening or watching, I want to thank John. John helped me out after my daughter got in a fight with her mother over the venue for the engagement party. He suggested a place. I went to have dinner there with her and her fiance and his dad. They liked it, so it will be at that place on Saturday. So thank you, John. I'll thank you when I see you next, but I wanted to thank him for that. Really helped me out. Adrian Montanez, what's up, bud? Robbie, I don't really know what's going on with that, but whatever you need, you can, that's the dynamite. You can always email me, and I'll see if I can pull it for you here if you haven't gotten what you need. But I'm not entirely sure what's happening with diamond. It is a moving target. It is not Wawa Marcus. It is a place called Braddock's Tavern in a town called Medford, New Jersey. It's a cute little place, Victorian style house, old house. Food is good. It is a go-to. If any of you, I don't know why you would, but the Facebook group that John talks about, South Jersey Food Scene, I think they're up to 200K subscribers. You'll see John posting about this place all the time. Food is good, reasonably priced. They do have a liquor license, which in New Jersey is a real commodity, believe it or not. It's not easy to get. So kudos to John. Thank you, John.
Yeah, Marcus, Rex totally convinced his daughter not to do the Wawa thing, but it's only because Rex got upset that they were not going to bring back the gobbler specifically.
Well, there's nowhere to sit either.
Look at you being practical. There's nowhere to sit. I was trying to make it. Man,
I gotta sit. So no $8 hot dogs there. No, they do not serve hot dogs. It's a pretty cool menu. Not too fancy schmancy, but a good selection, a good menu actually. All right, so let's get some of the books. All right, so first up, as always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, so $40 retail value. And as always, we got it for $5 for the group. And then, as always, we have the DF Mystery Box. 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 Signed, 1 Exclusive, and 10 back issues, $200 retail value guaranteed. And as always, we got it for $85. Probably one of the best deals we've ever offered. And still available. I don't know for how much longer. The Future is ... hardcover. And the hardcover is an EXP exclusive. And we have for $30. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do that. And here's Amy.
Just doing my check-in. How's everybody doing? Hi, Robbie.
Hi, Amy.
Hope you're well.
I am.
Jay, we should have some music. Like
I was gonna say,
dun, dun,
is
dun,
the
dun,
show
like
going?
the Darth Vader music.
Unbelievable. Just wanted to do my check-in. Just make sure everyone's liking the video. Everyone's turning in their forms.
There it is. There it is. We knew that.
I still have to, apparently. Real quick, Kenneth, I saw yours. Thank you. Even if you're not buying something, like we see them. Thank you. You're saying hello.
Well, he did win. He's a comments winner. I chose him. Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
And he still turns a form in.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yes, he does. He is a loyal form doer.
Yes.
Which makes Amy very happy.
So just making sure you all do that.
Ooh, the Jaws music is weird. I like that one.
Oh, I got something better. Every time Amy comes in from now on.
Okay.
Should have workshopped that one, Jay.
It's the only sound I have back here right now, Robbie.
Yeah.
Well, for you, I would hit a button and go, wah, wah, wah.
It's not on here either. That's on Fridays.
So how was your weekend, Amy?
Nice. Keeping busy. Had some family time. How was yours?
It was, well, you have to watch beginning of the show. You'll hear all about it.
Nick has me doing stuff, but I always make sure I come in for this.
Have you seen any movies?
Honestly, because things have been crazy and I'm working on other stuff right now, not as much as usual. The last thing I saw was Thunderbolts. I know someone asked if I was going to do the Memorial Day stuff, Mission Impossible, Lilo and Stitch. It looks like I'll watch them later, although I'm trying to see if I can do that new horror movie that's coming out. Like, hopefully this weekend.
Well, I heard that the final Mission Impossible is, a buddy went to see it. He told me it wasn't, how did he put it? He enjoyed it. It wasn't, nothing that happens is unexpected, but he felt like they did a good job to wrapping up the series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In a way, kind of just wrapping the whole thing up, closing the door. So,
okay.
I'll wait until it streams and I'll watch that.
Yeah, I want to check that one out. That one's almost 3 hours long. I was looking.
Yeah,
I was at the theater yesterday and I was like, well, I got till about 5. What can I watch? And Mission Impossible was way too long. So I wound up watching Karate Kid instead.
Oh, how was that?
It was just okay.
Just okay?
It was just okay. It was just
okay. I think that's probably run its course. So I do have
in the cinema, it's run its course, but they could do a spinoff to Cobra Kai, and I think people would watch it.
I agree with that.
I think the future of Karate Kid is on television.
Yeah, I feel like
it's all right. It feels more like a follow-up to the Jackie Chan movie, and of course they got Ralph Macchio in it, but it kind of feels like he's just kind of shoehorned into it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but yeah, this week I'm really excited to check out Ballerina. That seems cool. So.
All right, so good point, Robbie Roach. John Wick's Ballerina comes out on Friday, which is a good segue.
Will you see that?
Not in the movie theaters. Of course, I'll see it, but at some point. All right, so I have a suggestion for your movie nights. So not this weekend, but the weekend before, I just didn't leave the house on Memorial Day weekend. I didn't leave the house on Sunday, I think. So I'm watching all these movies. And this was an interesting movie that I just happened to watch. And I have to admit, I enjoyed it. The movie is a Japanese film. It's 2 films, actually, part 1, part 2, called Baby Assassins. And it was actually very enjoyable. It is kind of like John Wick meets high school teenage students. So they are trained assassins, and the two of them end up. They work for a assassins guild.
Okay.
And the Assassin's Guild, gets them the jobs and pays them and, all that stuff. They graduate from high school and the Assassin's Guild wants them to room together. And then they're required to find regular day jobs, secondary jobs to quote unquote, John Wick goes to Sky High sort of, so that they can blend into society and just the antics. So you got the John Wick violence, but then you have the weird kind of stuff that goes on, between two teenage, recently high school graduated students looking for a real job, like a convenience store at this. It's just the two movies were bizarre, but it was interesting. It was entertaining. I got to tell you, it was entertaining.
Yeah, definitely something I got to check out. It sounds in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, it definitely is. I was thinking about you as I'm watching. I'm going, Robbie should review this. I guarantee you it will be more exciting than the French movie you're talking about with the mimes.
I don't know. That's a really good movie, though. I'm just going to say it's a really good movie.
I don't know how it could be, Robbie.
It is. It is. I mean, it's a really good movie, man. I mean, I get it, man. It's got a mime in it, but it's not a movie about mimes. This guy just happens to be a mime.
Well, Amy will watch it and tell me about it.
It's a good flick. Children of Paradise from 1945, Amy. It's a French film. Some consider it the best French film of all time.
There's a mime. But you tell me how it goes, because I guarantee you.
I'll see if I can make time for it, because the list is now starting to build up.
That's nice, Amy saying, no, I'm never watching that.
Yeah,
ever.
It's also like 3 hours and 20 minutes long, Amy. So
we'll see what happens.
With a mime. I can't take 3 minutes and 20 seconds of a mime, let alone 3 hours and 20 minutes.
One of these shows will just I should tell John to do this with me. We'll just mime. We'll just do a whole thing talking about it.
I have no problem with that if you guys wear the makeup. Okay? If the two of you show up with the makeup, so you can watch that show on mute.
All right. You guys have a great show, Robbie. Wonderful.
She's
thing.
gonna go watch
Everyone
the movie
fill out your
now.
forms, please. So,
except for
I won't be
Kenneth.
out here if you
Kenneth, we know you do it already. So, all right. So she's gonna watch my movie right now, so she can join your movie night later at 9
she won't
p.m.
finish it. She won't get done with it by the time we start.
Oh, that's right. She'll get the cliff notes. All
Just
right.
watch a couple YouTube videos about it, right? That should be enough.
All right, sketch covers, and I got a few. All right, so
Isn't it break time now?
Oh yeah, it is.
Look what we've done again. And you were blaming it on John. It's our fault.
Yeah, it probably is. All right, so Jay's going to take us to our second break. When we get back, I promise we're going to do the sketch covers. All right. Jay wasn't ready. Jay's eating his pizza.
I knew it. Jay's looking up new sounds, man. That's what he was doing. He was trying to get new sounds.
All right.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best Did she really just hit me face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
All right, we're back. All right, so yeah, I'm not making mine either, Marcus. All right, on the sketch covers. First up, we got Uncanny Avengers #1 with Black Knight cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. I like this one. Look at how much work he does. Look at that one.
What Robbie doesn't know is I muted his mic, so I was waiting for him to start talking.
All right. Please turn his mic on. Make him stop doing that.
This is really good. I like this Black Knight. Who's this?
This is Carl C.K. Kent. I like his work, man. He's got his own style. You can see this one drawn the brick wall background. So this one's busy.
It gives me a sense of like a stained glass kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really, really like this. This is
I'm
sharp.
thinking stone wall.
Yeah. Too bad that he's never going to be in a movie, right?
We thought he was.
Yeah.
All right. So I am still doing the deal 2 for $120. All right. On the sketch covers. All right. So we got another Jessica Court. I'm surprised the last one didn't go. Oh, well, it did end up going. The Amazing Mary Jane #1 with Nightcrawler cover sketch by Jessica Court. It's just a retail of $149.99. And we have this one for $65.
This is absolutely gorgeous. She's getting better and better at her work here, especially with her use of color and shading and stuff. It's really great.
She is absolutely amazing. All right. And then we've got Batman and the Outsiders and Deadpool versus Wolverine connecting covers with Batman versus Moon Knight cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. It's just a retail of $299.99, and we have this one for $100. So less than half.
I mean, Batman, Moon Knight fighting each other on 2 connecting covers. That's cool. My only question is why they are in front of a giant lemon.
Well, no, it's actually a orange or a yellow circle. But in order to make it fit, Jay has to squish it a little bit. So the yellow circle becomes a lemon, if you will.
I know. I was just being silly.
Oh, you're being heel, Robbie. I see.
They're fighting in front of a giant lemon, y'all. Attack of the giant lemon heads.
And to get it to kind of connect, I connected it at the cape so it looks like a sliced lemon.
Oh, there you go.
It is a sliced lemon.
All right. So get the lemon connecting covers. All right. So then another favorite of mine, Tony Scott. Aquaman #1 with Aquaman cover sketch by Tony Scott. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we got this one for $65.
You know what? We don't see a lot of Aquaman sketches around here. Aquaman's one of my favorite superheroes. So station, Tony Scott. This is pretty smooth. I like this one. This is dope.
All right. So then we've got Zatanna, Bring Down the House, #1 with Zatanna cover sketch by Tracy Medina. And I got to admit, I really, really like Tracy. I don't know if she's in the room, but I really like Tracy's animated characters. She has a flair for them, if you will. So suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then I have some hazers. First up, we got Spider-Man #1 with Spider-Punk's cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $149.99. And we have this one for $65.
Of course, it's no surprise Ken Hazer does a great job here, but Spider-Punk, still a popular character, will still be popular when he shows up in the next Spider-Verse movie.
All right, then we have Return of Wolverine #1 with Sasquatch cover sketch by Ken Hazer. And if you look, he has jotted it is a homage to Byrne. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Again, doing 2 for $120 on these. All sketch covers except for the connecting cover one.
Ken Hazer's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And Adrian, I'm right there with you, man. Heartbroken. WWE just cut the 2 funniest bits of both Raw and SmackDown. So that's unfortunate.
All right. So then we have, I really like this one. Return of Wolverine #1 with Ghost Rider cover sketch by Ken Hazer. It's just a retail of $149.99. And we have this one for $65.
Absolutely gorgeous. And Marvel is doubling down on Helverine. Just wait till he shows up in Marvel Rivals or something. You'll regret not picking this one up.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So I know. What do you guys think? Should we do a best offer on one of the sketch covers? So let's see. Trying to see which one we should do it on. All right. You know what? Yeah, we're going to do a best offer on one. It seemed like everyone was having fun the last few shows. So what the heck? Oh, Corey. All right, have fun, bud. Be safe.
So Corey's like at somebody's wedding, but he's like, let me pop into the EXP and the Dynamite.
No, you gotta love a guy like Corey.
I love you, Corey. That's awesome.
He's at a wedding and he's watching us. Now that's a loyal viewer, man. For
hey,
real.
I hope that wedding reception's at Wawa, just so you know. So
well, then he's standing. All right. Let's do, what the heck? Let's do it. Batman and the Outsiders and Deadpool versus Wolverine connecting covers with Batman versus Moon Knight cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Dwayne, what's up, buddy? Yeah, no kidding, right? For real. I was watching games on TV. That was some serious softball, man. All right, so we're going to make this best offer. And, all right, Preston, what the heck? Let's open it up at 10.
Wow, nice.
So Preston is in at 10.
Storm Shadow, that's Robbie, right?
That is, yes.
That's Earth 3 Robbie. I like that. Who gets married on a Monday? Well, if that's the only time available at the Wawa, you kind of just got to go with it, right?
I don't think Wawa does weddings, man.
Maybe they should. Taco Bell does them. So
it's weird. I'll give you the 1001, but I think we should really do it in increments of 5, maybe.
Yeah, $5.
Because I can't write this much, bud.
This thing is a MSRP of $300, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I got no action. We can always come back to it.
20 from TJ.
TJ is in at 20. Thank you, TJ.
Come on, y'all. Moon Knight, Batman, a giant lemon. It's dope. And if you really do, if you're committed to the lemon bit, we can get them to cut it a little bit so that it does line up like a lemon. So,
well,
do you know lemon heads are an underrated candy, Rex? I would say.
Yeah, I don't eat candy anymore.
You don't eat any candy at all? No candy at all. Not even black licorice or Werther's Original. That's like within your age group.
I am not. Yeah, watch it. All right, so there you go. Holding up so you get a good look. No, I was never a sweets guy. I'll eat here we have something called tasty cakes.
I know what tasty cakes are. They're like a little Debbie type thing, right? Like a little
well, they make all kinds of stuff. Like
yeah, they do like the little snowballs and cupcakes and
yeah, they do. They're kind of like Hostess.
Yeah,
except they are local here. So
oh wow.
Oh,
we have tasty cake stuff down here, man. That's interesting.
Yeah, they are national, but they are located. They started here in the Philly area. I do, Robbie. I don't eat. I mean, I like them, but Pokey Sticks. But when my daughter was growing up, candy cakes. That's right, TJ. When my daughter was growing up, she loved them, so I bought like a whole bunch of them. And it's inevitable that you're going to eat it. If you don't know what Pokey Sticks are, they're usually chocolate or strawberry on like a pretzel stick. It's weird. It's pretty good.
I love Pocky. There's one that we have at my shop. They call it the almond crush one, but it's like coated in chocolate and like ground up almonds. It's so good. It is so freaking good, Joe. So good.
So tasty cake, the candy cakes, the crumpets, or the crimpets with a K, I believe. And CJ, we used to be friends, but you're calling it Taylor ham. It is not a Taylor ham. It is a pork roll. I'm sorry. You have not missed any Ben Oliver signed books, although I believe we have a ratio by Ben Oliver tonight.
Nice.
So, all right. So we've got Stevie B in at 30 on this, and we're going to move on. I'm going to thank you, CJ. Little Debbie's. Yeah, we have them here too, but it's tasty cake because they are local. They seem to dominate the landscape. It's just, nowhere.
That's very interesting. Here, like Little Debbie's like the biggest, Hostess number 2, and then maybe Tasty Cake or something like that. But
yeah, so like Wawa.
My favorite out of all of those things is the Hostess Raspberry Zingers. Do you know what I'm talking about? They have like the shaved coconut, and they're like red. They're so good. They look like Twinkies.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness, I love those things so much. And Little Debbie's, nothing beats a Nutty Buddy that's been in the refrigerator. Or actually the freezer.
Yeah,
first
I can get all that at the supermarket, but at Wawa, it is almost all tasty cake. They dominate that landscape.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, they're here in Philly, so they're local.
I might have a tasty cake, something in my pantry right now. I have to go check during the break.
Yeah, I like that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I just don't go out of my way buying them and eating them. So I probably have a box of something in the house. But luckily, when you're talking about this type of stuff, it can survive a nuclear war.
Yeah.
So I know it's not going to go bad.
I try not to stock it in my house either, because if I have a box of Little Debbie's or something like that, I'm just going to eat them all one night, man. I'm just going to eat them all. I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm lazy. I don't want to cook. I'll eat this whole box of oatmeal cream pies. Surely that's fine.
Yeah, keep doing that, bud. You ain't getting any younger.
I'll lose a foot if I keep that up, man.
All right, let's do a quick recap. All right, so as always, the giveaway is Batman number 44, signed by Tom King. Hashtag is EXP Monday, all lowercase.
TJ, I have tried the Nutty Buddy pies. I actually tried them live on Rockin' Robbie Live, and I don't really like them because it misses my favorite part of the Nutty Buddy, which is the crunch. So if they were crunchy, I probably would have liked them better. All
right. So then we got the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or more. So a $40 retail or higher. And as always, we got it for $5. And of course, the best deal we've ever offered, the DF Mystery Box. 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we have it for $85.
Meg 2 is a man after my own heart. The zingers are good, they say. And Lyle, peanut brittle. I love peanut brittle. I'll eat a whole box of peanut brittle. And the best part is, Rex, that you can continue to eat on it the next day because it's halfway stuck in your teeth.
All right. So now that we've gotten intimate knowledge of Robbie's dental hygiene.
Squirrel. I feel like Cornelius, just like shoving peanut brittle in the back of my mouth just for tomorrow and for a rainy day.
All right. So then we still have the Future is ... hardcover exclusive to the XP. And we've got that for $30. Then the sketch covers, the Uncanny Avengers #1 with Black Knight cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. It's just a retail of $149.99, and we have it for $65.
Gorgeous cover. Love it.
And then we have the Amazing Mary Jane #1 with Nightcrawler cover sketch by Jessica Court. It's just a retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. And as always, 2 for $120 if you buy 2 or more sketch covers. We'll do them at $60 a piece. And this is our best offer item of the night. Batman and the Outsiders and Deadpool versus Wolverine connecting covers with Batman versus Moon Knight cover sketch by Joe Del Vioto and Mariana Nicieza. This is a $300 retail value. I was going to do it for $100. And that's where we'll cap the best offer. Stevie B is currently in the lead at $30. All right, and then we have Aquaman #1 with Aquaman cover sketch by Tony Scott. It's just at retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Dungeon Crawler Carl, welcome, bud.
Station.
Preston, it's going to go to $35. Gotcha, Preston.
It's a great way to pick up 2 sketch covers for what you can typically buy. Which would cost typically whatever. I said that wrong. I'm going to start over. Stevie B's at 40. It's a great opportunity to pick up 2 for less than the price of 1. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? There we go.
You sure about the math there?
2 for less than the price of 1, yes.
Should have thought about that a little harder there, Robbie, huh?
I should have workshopped it, Jay.
Should have, but you didn't. I still love you.
Yeah, don't worry. I've hit a good 6 zingers tonight, man. I think worked. So.
All right.
Why didn't you use the noise? You should have used the noise when I did that, man. The womp womp womp. That's what you should have done.
All right. So it seemed kind of popular last Wednesday. So I brought back the Red Sonja 45th anniversary trading cards signed by different creative people. First up tonight, Red Sonja anniversary, 45th anniversary Amy Chu signed trading card. All right, we have that for $12. I don't know where else you can get Amy Chu's signature for $12. All right, so then we've got Red Sonja 45th anniversary Joseph Michael Linsner signed trading card. And we have this one for $35. Then we have Red Sonja 45th anniversary Joe Jusko signed trading card. I know Mike Asbill picked up last week's. It is signed on the back. And we have this one for $40.
Very cool, man. And this would go right along with your Marvel Masterpieces set.
All right, last one of the night. Red Sonja 45th anniversary Mel Ruby signed trading card, and we've got that one for $15. All right, so let's see. Should we do? Oh, Oh, did I do the? Hold on, Jay. I can't remember. Robbie, did I do the recap of the Zatanna and the Spider-Punk, the Hazel
You
stuff?
did not finish the Rex cap. No.
No, we
That's
skipped
what I
that
thought.
over.
I'm
But
getting.
we
old.
weren't going to call you out on it and put you on blast, man. Because me and Jay are good dudes.
Well, Jay is. You're heel, Robbie. All right. So, Jay, let's backtrack. And while we're at it, I'll go over the cards again one more time. So, let's go back to Zatanna. All right. Bring Down the House, number 1 was Zatanna cover sketch by Tracy Medina. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have it for $65. Then we have Spider-Man number 1 with Spider-Punk cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then we have Return to Wolverine number 1 with a Sasquatch cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then Return of Wolverine number 1 with Ghost Rider cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail. Maybe it is Wolverine.
Yeah, it's totally Helverine. Totally.
Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. All right, so then the signed trading cards. Red Sonja 45th anniversary Amy Chu signed trading card. And we have this for $12. And then the 45th anniversary Joseph Michael Linzer signed trading card. And we have that for $35. Then the Red Sonja 45th anniversary Joe Jusko signed trading card. And we have that for $40. And then Red Sonja 45th anniversary Mel Ruby signed trading card. And we have that for $15. So, yeah, that's my mistake, guys, on the Wolverine. My bad. Sorry. Let me make a note here. This is Wolverine. All right. There we go. Let me see. Some rabbit Ewok. All right, so Robert Paulson, are you still in the room? Here come the ratios, my friend.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Yes. Why?
Isn't that the Fight Club and that Meatloaf's character, Robert Paulson?
Yes, that's not his real name, but I don't call out anyone's real name unless they put it up there in the chat. It's not my place to do that.
Yeah, I was just doing the bit from Fight Club, right?
All right, here we go. G.I. Joe number 7, 125 ratio by Jeffrey Spokes is 9.6. There he is. And we've got this one for $10.
Thank you, Jay.
Then G.I. Joe number 7, the 110 Alan Qua connecting cover variant. It's 9.2. And we have this for $8.
Great issue of G.I. Joe. First appearance of Beachhead in the Energon universe right here.
All right. Then G.I. Joe number 7, the 1 in 50 Homare variant. It's 9.4. And we have this one for $25. And then we've got Void Rivals number 19, 110 ratio Martin Morazzo, connecting variant. And it is a 9.2, and we have this one for $8.
This is a great issue of Void Rivals, really focused in on Skuckzoid, but the first appearance of Wreck-Gar in the Energon universe.
All right, then we have Void Rivals number 19, 125 ratio Eric Canidi variant. It is a 9.2, and we have this one for 10.
Frog, the silent issue was not the first appearance of Beachhead in the Energon universe because the silent issue is connected to the Larry Hama Real American Hero series and not the Energon universe.
All right. So then we got Batman number 160, 125 ratio Ben Oliver variant. Somebody asked about Ben Oliver, I think, earlier. It is 9.6, and we have this one for 15. Then we have Justice League Unlimited, number 7, 125 ratio by Travis Moore and Tamara Bonvillain. It's a 9.6 to a 9.8. And we have this one for 15. And then Green Lantern, number 23, 125 ratio by Mirko Kolak. It's 9.6. And we have this one for 15.
I like this one. This is a nice cover.
All right, so let's do a quick Rex cap of that. All right, so we started off with G.I. Joe number 7, 125 ratio, Jeffrey Spokes variant. It's 9.6, and we have this for 10. Then we have G.I. Joe number 7, 110 ratio, Alan Qua connecting cover variant. It's 9.2, and we have this one for 8. Then G.I. Joe 1 in 50 Homari variant. It's 9.4, and we have this for 25. Then Void Rivals number 19, 110 ratio by Martin Morazzo connecting variant. 9.2, and we have this for 8. Then we have Void Rivals, number 19, 125 ratio by Eric Canati. It's 9.2, and we have this one for 10. Then Batman number 160, the 125 Ben Oliver variant. It's 9.6, and we have this one for 15. Then Justice League Unlimited, number 7, 125 ratio by Travis Moore and Tamara Bonvillain. It's 9.6 to a 9.8, and we have this for 15. And then finally, Green Lantern number 23, 125 ratio by Mirko Kolak. It's 9.6, and we have that one for 15. All right, wow, this is really slow tonight. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let me see. All right, so I will do best offer on G.I. Joe number 7, 110 ratio, Alan Qua connecting variant. And we'll start this best offer at $1. See if that gets some action going on. So it is a best offer item starting at $1.
Very cool.
For real, right? Lower than cover.
Lower than the shipping cost probably to get it the first time.
Yeah, right? Nothing? No one? All right. Robbie Roach will go 2.
I think some people have done higher than 1 in 1,000 for the highest ratio comics, I think, but I'm not 100% certain. Do you know, Rex?
Frog, nah. We're already up to 5, buddy. CJ is at 5. And I'll cap it at 8, obviously, since we're going to sell it for 8. Oh, or Frog, nah, you're making a joke, a RoboCop joke. I'll take that for $1. All right.
Marcus is right. There's some 1 in 2,000 Battle Beast covers.
Nice. Oh, CJ says he'll do 8 and we can give it away. Okay. So, Jay, that's going to be a giveaway. All right. You got it, CJ. Thank you, buddy. As always, very kind. It's one of the kindest groups. Is there any other group where people buy stuff to give away to other members of the chat? I don't think so. All right, so you don't have to put a new hashtag in. The original hashtag of hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. We'll do it for this as well. So we'll do that drawing at the end of the show. Good one, Barlord. All right. So back issues. So we got a few of those. And a couple of them are, well, one of them Silver Age. But everything's pretty reasonably priced. All right. So here we go. Tales of Suspense, number 77. First appearance of Peggy Carter. First full appearance of Ultimo. It is a 7.0, and we have this one for 50.
It's a great way to get some classic Silver Age Marvel into your life at a good price.
All right. So then we have Daredevil number 180. It's a 9.0. And we have this one for 10.
Frank Miller Daredevil. You know you want this in your collection. If you don't have this run, you definitely owe it to yourself to have it.
Hey, Becky, are you bidding on the best offer? Okay, so just so you know, the G.I. Joe number 7. So CJ maxed it out at 8 and offered it to everyone as a giveaway. So it is now sold and it's a giveaway. Just so you know. And yeah, you might be a little bit behind, Becky. And we're going to go ahead and do a full recap of it towards the end of the show. So don't worry, Becky. If you miss anything, we're going to get to it. All right. So next up, we got Heroic Age Avengers, number 6. First full appearance of the next Avengers. It's an 8.0. And we have this for 8. All right, so then we have Superior Iron Man number 1. It's 9.2. And we have this one for 5.
Groot in a Bottle. Who doesn't remember that smash hit from Christina Aguilera?
All right. So then we got Marvel Feature Presents Red Sonja number 1. It is an 8.0. And we have this one for 40. Movies coming out. All right. Then we have Uncanny X-Men number 245. It's a newsstand edition. It's the parody issue of DC's Invasion with cameo appearance from different Star Wars characters. I think Chewbacca's in it. And then you also have cameo appearances by Alf, E.T., Alien, and Hawkman.
It's a fun issue. And this is Rob Liefeld too, right? I think it is.
All right. It's a 7.0, and I've got this one for $5. All right. So then we got Howard the Duck, number 2. It's a 6.0. And we've got this one for $5.
The Deadly Space Turnip. I like that.
All right. So then we got Teen Titans number 48. It's 3.0. And we have this one for $5.
Oh, Rex's son.
All right. So then we have Miss Marvel number 9. First appearance of Deathbird. It's a 5.0. And we have this one for 5.
That's pretty cool. First appearance of Deathbird. I never realized it was in a Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Marcus. All right. And then we have Uncanny X-Men number 163. It's 7.5 to an 8.0. And we have this for 5. It is the origin of Binary. All right, and those are the back issues of the night.
Got some good stuff out tonight, Rex.
I know. Everyone's kind of sleeping, not jumping on these. All right, so, well, should I don't know. What do you think? Should I just randomly pull stuff and start flashing it and see if anybody's interested? You guys tell me. Is there anything that you want to see? Now, realize there's a limited amount of stuff that I can grab. It's got to be accessible. It's got to be priced. Signed books, whatever. But you guys tell me. And I'll grab it just to get some things sold. But other than that, while they're mulling it over, don't forget, there are now 2 giveaways. The first one is Batman number 44, signed by Tom King. Back issues G.I. Joe. That may not be something I can just grab and start selling, because I don't think that stuff has price on them. So it would take me a little bit of time to do investigation, Robbie Roach. But if you're looking for G.I. Joe, did you send me an email? I'm sorry, man. Things have been so hectic here. But if you didn't, send me an email and I'll get you a list of G.I. Joe that we do have in stock, because I know you're a big Joe fan. All right, so let's do a quick Rex cap.
I agree with you, Ouroboros. Loeb on Superman is magical.
TJ, that you would need to send an email or fill out submission form. That's something I got to ask Nick. So,
Storm Shadow's looking for any Mark Spears autographs.
Mark Spears. I don't know if we have Mark Spears autographs. Al 48. Okay. So, guys, again, if these are not things I can just grab on the fly. So, if you are looking for something, email me or hit submission form, and I will get the hounds looking for it inside the building. Okay. But off the top of my head, that's not something I can grab, guys. So a little too specific. I really get kind of at the category. Are you looking for signed books, metal books, whatever? TJ, not really. We did all the statues we had in stock about 2 years ago, I guess. It's been about that long, Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, they were very popular too. I remember that. But when stock runs out, what can you do?
Not much.
I mean, we can buy some Play-Doh and have Rex sculpt something and see what happens.
No one wants that, Robbie.
Rex would be like, look, I made the spaghetti and meatballs, everybody. It was very easy. I had this cool kit that did it for me.
At the Play-Doh kit, right?
Yeah.
Squeeze it out. All right. So let's do a quick Rex cap of the back issues. Tales of Suspense number 77. First appearance Peggy Carter. First full appearance of Ultimo. 7.0. We have that for 50. Daredevil number 180. It's 9.0. And we got this one for 10. Heroic Age Avengers number 6. First full appearance of Next Avengers. It's an 8.0. We have that for 8. Superior Iron Man number 1. It's 9.2. And we have this for 5. Marvel Features Presents Red Sonja number 1. It's an 8.0. We have that for 40. Uncanny X-Men number 245 newsstand. parody issue of DC's Invasion, cameo appearance of Star Wars characters, Alf, E.T., Alien, and Hawkman. It is a 7.0. We have this one for $5.
Yeah, this is a really fun issue. I did look it up. It is the one drawn by Rob Liefeld with inking by Dan Green. It's a really fun, silly issue, and definitely worth checking out.
All right. Then we have Howard Duck number 2. It's 6.0 with the Space Turnip character. We have this one for $5. Then Teen Titans number 48. It's a 3.0. We have this for $5. Then we have Miss Marvel number 9. First appearance of Deathbird. It's 5.0. We have this for $5. All right. So then we have Uncanny X-Men number 163. It's 7.5 to an 8.0. The Origin of Binary. And we have this one for $5. And those are the back issues. And we'll do a full recap towards the end of the show. And then, of course, we have Terminator number 8, which we'll do after the last break. Tales number 77. All right, so Robert, this is a consignment book. So make me an offer, and I can't give you an answer during the show, but I can get you an answer by tomorrow. All right. So make me an offer. I will talk to the consigner and figure out where he wants to be. All right. So there you go. Now, what I can do is I can throw in free ratios to sweeten the deal. That I can do. But on the consigner's books, I really can't do anything without his okay. So let me know if that works for you, Robert. Okay. Or throw me an offer. I'll write it down, figure out if you can do it, or at least give you a counter. Or I can throw in any ratios that you might be interested in for free to sweeten the deal. So you tell me.
You know what, chat? We still love you.
About pizza with pineapple again.
We still love y'all, even though you have poor taste in pizza toppings. That's me and Rex still on your side, though, right?
Yeah, there's no way. That is so wrong on so many levels. There are places in New York that you can get killed for suggesting that.
So one thing in the Karate Kid movie, there's a character in it played by Joshua Jackson. He runs a pizzeria in New York. And the new Karate Kid shows up, walks in, he goes, "Hey, you guys got stuffed crust?" And they just look at him like he's an idiot. They're like, "Stuffed crust, bro? You're in New York. You come into my place asking for stuffed crust?" I thought it was pretty funny. I do like stuffed crust, by the way, but apparently that's a faux pas to ask for in New York.
I am probably going to get pizza tonight now I think about it. So, yeah, it's weird. No, that's wrong. That is so wrong. Marcus, I assure you that many people in this area will kill you rather than put pineapple on their pizza. All right, so, all right, Jay, take us to our last and final break. Stick around. We have 2 giveaways, and we have the Terminator books coming out this week. So hang out. We'll be right back.
The limit is the sky with no glass ceiling. But if the shoe fits, feel free to walk up in it. You can catch me in the sky with no flight attendants, or either in the coupe, but the roof is not attended. I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back. I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward. I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that. I just ignore it. just ignore it. I just ignore it. I just ignore it. Brad Pitt, now button up Benjamin. I'm not like them. My cloth was cut different. For those that are listening, please know that I never backpedal. Nah, never that. I don't look back. I don't look back. I don't look back. I don't look back. I just go forward. I just go forward. I just go forward. I just go forward. I don't hear that. I don't hear that. I don't hear that. I don't hear that. I just ignore it. I just ignore it. I just ignore it. I just ignore it. I don't look back. I don't look back. I don't look back. I don't look back.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
All right, we're back. Here we go. All right.
I got a question.
So,
Before we get going, just let everybody throw this out there. I want to know what's your, if you had unlimited resources, whatever you wanted, what's your preferred pizza? Like what toppings would you put on your preferred pizza? I'm just curious.
Well,
Chat.
lamb sounds interesting.
Yeah, you can like do like a Greek kind of pizza, something like that, right?
That sounds interesting.
I'm not even against pineapple on a pizza. It's just a bit we like to do. I don't eat pineapple on a pizza, but that's just my preference, you know. So,
no doubt.
But I don't like anything sweet mixed with savory too much, right? Like I don't like teriyaki sauce. I don't really like most barbecue sauces. I hate ketchup. Like I can't do that. Like ketchup on a hot dog to me is just like anathema. I can't handle it.
So buffalo chicken. I've had that. It's okay. And you know, it's to me, it's kind of weird. Buffalo chicken on pizza. I like anchovies. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anchovies on a pizza are big.
I've never actually had anchovies on a pizza. And dude, Storm Shadow taco pizza. Pizza Hut used to make a really good like taco pizza that I loved. Absolutely loved.
Did they bring that back?
Did they? If they did, it's not here. But I used to love that when I was a kid. I really, really did. Now, me personally, my go-to pizza, I'll go with thin crust, but I want pepperoni, green olives, black olives, mushrooms, and jalapenos. That's what I want.
Got you. All right. So I didn't get some real suggestions. So let me see what I got here. Let's see.
I guess we need to be selling pizza tonight, Rex.
Yeah, right. I think I'm getting pizza after this.
I think that's the third time you've said that. So I think you are getting pizza tonight, buddy.
I definitely get pizza. All right, so here are some old sketch covers. Well, not old, but we did in previous shows, which I can't believe are still here, to be honest with you. This one is by Carl C.K. Kent. We've had this one on the show. All right, very cool,
nice.
Man. And you know what? One-time shot. I'll do any sketch cover, including the ones I present tonight, for $60. Union Jack by Tracy Medina.
CJ, that sounds like a really, really good pizza, man.
Prosciutto, light pesto, garlic, baby. That sounds actually quite good. All right. So then, of course, Ahsoka by, of course, Jessica Court. I'm even doing this for 60.
I could always tell that Jay was a ketchup guy. I could just tell.
U.S. Agent by Joe Delviato and Mariano Nicieza.
You know, I had fun with the Thunderbolts movie with U.S. Agent was in there. I thought they handled that character pretty well, pretty good.
Who's this?
Again? That's Sentry, isn't it?
Sentry, that's right. All right, this one by Ken Hazer.
Nice.
Nothing? No one? And last one, Spider-Man by Ken Hazer.
That Spider-Man's so good. That's so dope.
All right. Nothing there, huh? All right. Fair enough.
Jay's favorite pizza is double pepperoni, double cheese, extra ketchup.
Ketchup on pizza. That is so wrong. Let me see. So, all right. So where are we? We are all right. So let's do the Terminator books that are out this week on Wednesday. All right. So it is Terminator number 8, cover A by Declan Shalvey. And we have that at cover price. Then we have Terminator number 8, cover B by Edwin Galman. And we have that at cover price.
I love that cover. That's great.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Then
we're doing the Terminator franchise at the end of July on my channel. We're doing all the Terminator movies.
Oh, nice. I just saw the last one they made with what's her face from Game of Thrones and
yeah, what is that? Genesis or something? Yes.
It was okay.
I've never seen that one. I've never seen that one, so
it was different. It was okay. Yeah, Genesis.
She plays Sarah Connor, right?
Yeah, she does. All right. So it was okay. I mean, it was entertaining, a different kind of twist to it. So that was cool. Although now I read something again this morning, right after I saw your post. So apparently AI is now, their finding is will do what it can to prevent being eliminated, being turned off. They will make copies of themselves. So it's kind of scary. I mean, what they're talking about sounds like, Terminator. Oh my God.
Wow. I thought you were about to tell me that you heard the next Terminator film was going to be over 3 hours long and all in French with a mime.
With a mime.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a mime.
Oh, could you imagine that?
But I have to admit, reading that was very frightening because all of a sudden, everything that we've seen in Terminator movies is coming to life in a sense. And how long will it be before something like Skynet happens?
Dude, it's one of those kind of things where you go, okay, did Star Trek actually predict elements of the future, or did Star Trek like influence scientists and inventors, right? So at a certain point, you got to be like, is AI developing as it is because that's just the natural evolution, or is it because we all watched Terminator and somebody was like, oh, I could figure that out. That sounds great. You know what I'm saying? Like this is an interesting conversation though. Like at what point does our science fiction influence our science and then vice versa? Right.
That's a good point. All right. I think you bring up a very valid point. Because the trip to the moon was triggered by the old black and white silent film.
Yeah.
What was it? Man of the Moon or something like that?
Journey to the Moon or something, right? Journey to the Moon, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So in a sense, science fiction has become the precursor to actual science.
Yep.
So what's scary is obviously Terminator. Then you have the Matrix. So it's not something we haven't thought about. But what is the first, I guess, modern day movie, meaning came out during a time when we were all alive, that really dealt with this? Robbie?
That really dealt with what? Like the idea of
artificial
science
intelligence destroying the world?
Oh, 2001, right? What are you talking about?
Well, destroying the world per se.
Oh, destroying the world. Okay.
2001 did introduce the concept of AI being AI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but destroying the world. I mean, I don't like Terminator's the first one I can think of, but maybe there's something before that.
War Games.
War Games. Matthew Broderick?
Weird. Yes. So the reason that pops to mind was,
that's an 83 film. That's right before Terminator, man.
Yep, that put him on the map, put what's her face on the map. And yeah, it was an AI that it was a product of its time in a sense. So, obviously, the movies they made like Terminator got scarier, but ultimately it's Metropolis was probably probably one of the precursor. Ali Sheedy, that's right, Barlord.
Metropolis is amazing. Fritz Lang, fantastic film. Ali Sheedy. So this is what she was doing before she was eating Captain Crunch on sandwich bread and pixie sticks.
Yep. So that was, it's just, to me, it's a frightening concept. And, obviously the more immediate future, people are going to lose jobs, man. I hear coders are already starting to lose their jobs, okay, as AI becomes more and more prominent.
I mean, you could even trace that job loss even further back to like the car industry, right? The auto industry, right? Couldn't you maybe? Like maybe not AI, but like robots and stuff like that.
I guess
like,
you could say that, yeah. But I don't know, very scary, very.
But then
scary.
we could take this all the way back to like I don't know, the steam engine, the assembly line, like, you know what I'm saying? Like technology replacing human jobs. I mean, that's been going back for a long time. I mean, the wheel, right? The plow. You know what I'm saying? Like, how far back do you want to go?
Think independently of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always just tools in a sense. All right, so let's finish the Terminator books. All right, you got cover C, Terminator 8, cover C by Cat Staggs. And we had that for cover price. Cover D by David Cousins. And we have that for cover.
That's a very dynamic cover. I really like that.
And then we have cover F to 110 ratio, Declan Shalvey, black and white. And we had that for 10. Then we have cover G, the 110 Cat Staggs Virgin. We have that for 10. And then we have cover H, the 1 in 15 Declan Shalvey, black and white Virgin.
Oh, Barlord, I loved Short Circuit when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That one and Batteries Not Included were two movies I really loved.
All right, and then cover I, the 1 in 15 David Cousins Virgin. And we have that for 15. Then cover J, the 120 Edwin Gallman Virgin. And we had that for 20. And then cover K, the 120 Declan Shalvey Virgin. And we have that for 20. All right, let's do, still time. So let's do a full Rex cap. So the giveaway is Batman number 44, signed by Tom King. The giveaway hashtag is for both giveaways, hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. Then we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, $40 retail, and we have for 5. Then we have DF Mystery Box, 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 Sign, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. 2, okay, Becky wants Terminator B. Gotcha, Becky.
Good pickup. Thank you for picking something up.
All right. The Futures ... hardcover. EXP exclusive, and we have that for 30. Uncanny Avengers #1 with Black Knight cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. I'm doing everything $60 here, people. Help me out here. It's just a retail of $149.99. I'm doing them for $60. The Amazing Mary Jane #1 with Nightcrawler cover sketch by Jessica Court. Just a retail of $144. You got it, Becky. All right. So then this is one of the best offer items. Okay, I'm doing this one for $60. I'm going to email Ron after the show. See if he wants one. Any of these. Okay, Batman and the Outsiders and Deadpool versus Wolverine connecting covers. Batman versus Moon Knight by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Currently best offer item, and Stevie B is in the lead for 40. And I'm going to close that as soon as I am done with the recap. All right, so then we got Aquaman #1 with Aquaman cover sketch by Tony Scott. It's just a retail of $149.99. And we've got it for $60 as well because I lowered the price. Then we have all right, so Preston's at 45. Gotcha, Preston. All right, so Zatanna Bring Down the House #1 with Zatanna cover sketch by Tracy Medina. It's just a retail of $149.99, and we've got this one for $60. Then Spider-Man #1 with Spider-Man cover sketch by Ken Hazer. It's just a retail of $149.99, and I lowered this one to $60. Return of Wolverine #1 with Sasquatch cover sketch by Ken Hazer. It's just a retail of $149.99. Yeah, I did see your 2 10 packs. No, I got you, Becky. It's just a retail of $149.99, and I've got this one for $60. Then Return of Wolverine #1 with Helverine cover sketch by Ken Hazer. And it's just a retail of $149.99, and I lowered this one to $60. Then Red Sonja 45th anniversary Amy Chu signed trading card. I have one. We have it at 12. I'll lower that to 10. Red Sonja 45th anniversary Joseph Michael Linsner signed trading card. And we've got this for 35. I'll lower that to 30. And then Red Sonja 45th anniversary Joe Jusko signed trading card, and we got that for 40. Then Red Sonja 45th anniversary Mel Ruby signed trading card, and we've got that for 15. I'll lower that to 12. Then G.I. Joe #7 125 Jeffrey Spokes variant. It's 9.6, and I got that for 10. All right, and this is the second giveaway of the night. G.I. Joe #7 110 Alan Qua connecting variant, and we're giving this away thanks to our buddy CJ. Thank you, CJ. Then G.I. Joe #7 150 ratio Hamari variant. It's 9.4, and we have that for 25. Then Void Rivals #19 110 ratio by Martin Morazzo connecting variant. It's 9.2, and we have that for 8. Void Rivals #19 125 Eric Canati 9.2. And we have that for 10. Batman #160, 125 ratio Ben Oliver variant. It's 9.6, and we have that for 15. Justice League Unlimited, number 7, 125 ratio by Travis Moore and Tamara Bonvillain. 9.6 to 9.8, and we have that for 15. Green Lantern, number 23, 125 ratio by Mirko Kolak. 9.6, and we have that for 15. Tales of Suspense, number 77. First appearance of Peggy Carter, first full appearance of Ultimo, 7.0, and we have that for 50. And Robert, if you are interested in that, make me an offer, send me an email, and we'll figure it out. Daredevil, number 180. It's 9.0, and we have that for 10. Heroic Age Avengers, number 6. First full appearance, Next Avengers. It's an 8.0, and we have that for 8. You got it, CVB. All right, where did I leave off? Where did I leave off? Oh, there we are. Superior Iron Man, number 1. It's 9.2. We have that for $5. Marvel Feature Presents Red Sonja, number 1. It's an 8.0. We have that for 40. All right. Uncanny X-Men, number 245. It is a newsstand edition. It's the parody issue, 7.0, and we got that for 5. So who was it? Frog, nah. If you want, because things have been slow tonight, I can do something for you. Make me an offer, and we'll see if we can't do something. If you really want G.I. Joe, let me know, bud. Howard the Duck, number 2, it's 6.0, and we had that for 5. Teen Titans, number 48, it's 3.0. We have that for 5. Miss Marvel, number 9, it's 5.0. First appearance, Deathbird. We have that for 5. Then Uncanny X-Men, number 163, Origin of Binary, 7.5 to 8.0. And we had that for 5. Let me see. Frog, nah. Which one was it again? G.I. Joe. Let me see. Let me find it. Okay. So you are looking at the 1 in 51. I'll tell you what. I can do it for 20 if you want. Okay. Frog. Nah. All right. So Frog, do me a favor. Hit that submission form pinned at the top of the chat because I need your info so we can invoice you tomorrow. And we need your address too so we can ship it to you. Okay. So do me a favor if you don't mind, because I don't think we have your info unless you're like it weird and you use multiple screen names. So I never know who he is. But I don't think we have that. All right. Not a problem, Frog. But do hit that submission form so I have your info. So we'll send you an email tomorrow and we'll get this squared away. All right. So Terminator number 8, cover A by Declan Shalvey. Got that at cover. Terminator number 8, cover B by Edwin Galman. Got that for cover. Cover C, Cat Staggs. Cover price, $4.99. Cover D, David Cousins. Cover price. Cover F, 110 ratio, Declan Shalvey, black and white. Have that for 10. Cover G, 110 Cat Staggs version. And we have that for 10. Cover H, 1 in 15, Declan Shalvey, black and white version. We have that for 15. And then cover I, 1 in 15, David Cousins, virgin variant. Have that for 15. 120, Edwin Galman version. Have that for 20. And cover K, the 120, Declan Shalvey, virgin variant. And we have that for 20. All right, so Wednesday, Heck, I may do a whole best offer show. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Let me see. All right. So on Batman the Outsiders and Deadpool versus Wolverine, the Batman versus Moon Knight. So Steve is in the lead at 50. So I'm going to close that one up. If anybody wants to put another offer in, you got 10 seconds. All right. Because we are getting late. All right. So if no one puts anything in before I start, ask Jay to spin the wheel for the giveaways, we will say that Steve is the winner. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, CVB, congrats, buddy. All right. All right, so let's do the first giveaway. Batman number 44, signed by Tom King. All right, go ahead, Jay.
Good luck, everybody.
And the winner is Robert Paulson. Congrats, Robert. All right. All right, so the second giveaway is courtesy of our buddy CJ. It is G.I. Joe number 7, 110 ratio, Allen Qua connecting variant. And the winner is Robbie Roach. Congrats, Robbie. All right. And remind everyone, if there's something that's specific that you need, email me and I'll see if we can do it.
Yeah, tell us what you want to see, man. We want to see some more sales. Yeah. We want to see some more involvement here, y'all.
Exactly.
Me and Rex want raises. So y'all need to step up, okay? So what's going on here?
There are times when heel Robbie comes in handy. All right, so Brian 12ish, I'm not going to remember. So I need you to either hit the submission form or email me if you have my email. Okay. And I'll make a list and start.
Is Al 48 the one where it looks like he's assaulting a seal, or am I thinking of something else? I'm just curious.
I have no idea. So
there's a very famous Alf cover where it looks like he's having a time with a seal.
So Robbie has his show at 9 p.m. Eastern, PCB Movie Night. Jay, what else we got coming up tonight on EXP?
All right. So after you watch Robbie and his 3-hour mime show,
the whole show is going to be in mime. It's going to be great.
I cannot wait to watch the rewind and hear what Jelani has to say. On the experience at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, we're going to have second shift lunch. The sales show with Kyle. I'll be there for a little bit because at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, I'm going to be on with Big B to talk about OP or balanced. And I'm going to show people that it doesn't matter if you've been reading comics for 40 years. I'm not good at this stuff. Should be a fun time. Watch me embarrass myself. But it'll be fun nonetheless. So be sure to check that out too.
All right, cool. So tune in for, if you like mimes, tonight's your night. So as always, we appreciate everyone out in the group. Robbie, thank you. Jay, thank you. I will be back Wednesday, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.